Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa and I am the cruise director on the Magical Mystery Tour. Today we are going to do a full face of powder products from foundation onwards and show that you can still get glow. So if you want to see how that works, stick around and find out. But first, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell to be alerted to any new uploads, and if you like this video at the end, please give it a big thumbs up. Let's go do this. Okay, so I have the only liquid product that I'm using today is Runway Room First Base Primer. I've already put that on and let it soak in. I'm obviously not going in straight over the top like I normally do. So that's been on for a few minutes already. Going in first with the SheGlam Powder Foundation. This is the shade Nude. And we're starting with that. We're going to use a sponge. I'm not using any concealer today, so that will be interesting. This is probably the wrong shade for winter for me, because look at that. That's okay. I have got it listed to try a different shade next time, just because, as I said, this is more a summer shade. But it is warming up my face nicely. Just keep tapping in there as I'm doing that, and we will buff this in a second. Because I've got to make this pretty even, particularly because it is the wrong shade. So I'm just going in. This is the Flower Beauty powder brush. I'm just going in over all of that. And buffing around. Getting a bit more now. Tap it off. And that's giving sort of medium coverage. Does it say it's full cover? It's called the Skin Focus High Coverage Foundation. It would give more cover, I guess, obviously, if you went in over an actual foundation, but you can still see all my freckles. It's just sort of evened everything out. Going in now with the Brosh bronzer in medium. Tapping that off, just using the same brush. And warming up the perimeter of the face. This has a really slight luminance to it. Now the trick to this will be melting everything in after. So we've warmed that up. And then I'm just going in with the Too Faced Chocolate Matte, which is matte. And just putting that for a little bit more depth there. Now adding a bit of shine to my face. This is pretty quick, as you can see. Going in with the Fenty Demi'Glow highlight in the shade Prosecco. As you can see, I haven't used blush yet today, and I'm not sure if I'm actually going to. We'll think about it. I need to do my brows now, and because we are only using powder, I'm going in with the Body Shop Sculpt brow powder. There's a warm and a cool tone in there. I'm not sure how this is going to go because I'm more a brow pencil nowadays. But that's working super quick. Just get in there. Actually, that's a really good brow powder if you are a powder person. Oh, look at that. I really want to set that. I'm not going to. I am, however, going to do my usual paint pot on my eyes. I'll be right back. So I was debating about keeping it super easy and just using my bronzers, but I thought I'll pull out the Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3, which is the all matte palette. Going into the second lightest of the warmer mattes now. And just running that through our crease. And we're going to keep an all matte eye look today. I don't know why I'm not adding sparkle. It's not like, well, I've added a highlighter, but it's not like we can't get, still call it glowy even when adding sparkles. But I'm just sort of keeping it a bit simpler today. I've hardly looked at the camera. I'm really sorry. So we've just run that through. And going in with the next darker shade now. Not the next darkest, but a darker shade, the mid one. And right in the crease now. Whereas the other was sort of more above it. These just, I love this palette. I love it so much more than what I thought that I would, to be quite honest. Okay, so we've used that, and we'll go between these two now. And just tap that in the outer corner. And just work that. Just work around the edge there, be gentle with it. You know the drill. And really poke it there as we bring it forward. Now for under eyes, actually I will just put a nude liner in the waterline today to open up the eyes. Right, so under the eye, I'm just going in with this darkest on the warm side. And we'll use it as a liner before buffing out. You know the drill. And we've just lined there. And I'll go in between these two, I think. Tap it off and just buff back and forth. Oh, try not to poke yourself in the eye. That's always a good thing. That has made my eyes water, not going to lie. This is probably it's definitely one of my favourite neutrally browny palettes, if not the favourite. It's definitely my favourite matte palette, but I find myself reaching for this a lot, and then because I've got so many palettes, I can just grab a shimmer from one of the others. Just going back into that darkest colour there on the outer edge now. But yeah, I just love this palette. It just blends so easily. Going into the lighter shade in that warm row now. And we'll blend that out in a second. Just tapping that across the lid. And then grabbing this, nothing on it. And just pulling across to get the desired effect. As you can see, that's now much more smoothed out. Just going into that lighter shade in the inner corner. And pulling underneath. That's pretty simple. I'm not even going to add blush today. I don't feel like it. What I am going to do now though is grabbing Dim Light as a finishing powder and really draping that all over. Not buffing it hard, just sort of swiping across. As I said, draping. This, if you saw, I do have a dupe for it. That was in my dupes video. But this, I do love. And I better use it. So, this is sort of where we're at. Now, I've just got a little bit of glow there. That is from the, sorry, just going in here, and I've just noticed out of the corner of my eye, I just want to fix that area. The glow that I've got here is just from the highlighter right now, a little bit in this area here, a little bit up here, a little bit on my nose. It's not super glowy. I am about to melt all of this in and really make it become super skin-like. Let's just zoom in. You can see I've got a bit of texture here. It's looking nice, but it is looking like a lot of powder. So let's melt all of this in. So today I am literally using a really super cheap setting spray. This is full price, $4.99. It's the W7, the Dewy Fixer. Let's really soak our face now. Now, it doesn't have to be this spray. I just happen to have it. It just has to be a spray that you can soak your face like this. See how wet I am? Wet as. That's the whole point of it. Because now let's watch the magic happen. Okay, so obviously I don't have blush on. I've got bronzer on. My skin now looks really healthy. It doesn't look powdery in any way, shape or form, let alone having a foundation powder, a couple of bronzing powders. The highlighter powder doesn't really count because that gives us a glow, and then setting it with a finishing powder. Like, that's a lot of powder. And look at it. It doesn't look like it's got layer upon layer upon layer upon layer of powder. I am just going to go and do my mascara and my lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we are back with the final look all finished. I used the Morphe Soul Matte lip kit in the shade Honey on my lips. So other than highlighter, we're pretty matte. But look at our skin. Our skin does not look powdery or cakey. We look glowy. If you have prepped your skin correctly, if you have got your skin, this just shows the importance of correct skincare. If you have issues with your foundations looking patchy, clinging to dry spots, things like that, it all comes down to ensuring that you've got your skincare routine correct. For anyone that tells you that over 50s, well, mature age skin, not just over 50s, but mature age skin can't wear layers of powder. Don't put setting powder on your face. Don't put powder on your face. Don't set under your eyes. I call bull, because my skin doesn't look cakey. My skin doesn't look crepey. My skin looks healthy and glowy. So it's just one way to think about how to do it. Getting a sort of something like this, and it doesn't have to be that. Check out the full face of dupes for the DB Cosmetics alternative to this, and really soaking in that. Like, it's all about how you work with your products. So that is it, my friends. Until next time, don't forget to tell your mum, tell your sister, tell your friends, come along, hang out, have a chat. Have a chat amongst yourselves if you want to. Say hi to me. I really love to hear from you all. I do try to answer every message. Until next time, my loves, take care. Bye.